So once again, I traveled out to the Black Point Lava Flow in Arizona to see what NASA researchers are working on this year for the Desert Research and Technology Studies, or DRATS for short. Since 1997, NASA researchers have been conducting the DRATS field tests. These types of tests are important because it gets the researchers out of the labs and lets them judge their hardware in a real-world environment. Another element being studied this year is something called the PEM, or Pressurized Excursion Module. No matter where the astronauts of the future land, they will need housing that protects them from the harshness of space, while also providing some of the comforts of home. I spoke with Dr. Scott Howe to tell me more. Scott, thank you so much for having us out here today, man.
Sure.
Right behind you, the HDU. Tell us about it.
Well, what we're trying to do is we're trying to figure out how people can learn how to live in space. And basically, this is one of our first attempts to create a home or a residence and laboratories that we'll be able to work on the moon or on Mars or a planetary surface that could also inform how we live in deep space as well. What we've got here is one module of several of a planned lunar outpost or a Mars outpost that we're going to test out today on this whole analog exercise. There's a team of us that are going to be studying a variety of different modules, which will be essentially the beginnings of a house or even a town that will be on the surface of another planet. This particular module is what we call the Pressurized Excursion Module. You see on the side of the module, the Habitat Demonstration Unit. That's the name of our project.
Okay.
And our project, we will probably test out a variety of modules. But this year, we're doing Pressurized Excursion Module, which is a module that will be carried by the athlete. And the Pressurized Excursion Module, well, the reason that we use the word excursion is because it will be carried around by the athlete and it will follow the rovers, and that's what we're simulating this year in the analog.
The materials that you use for the HDU, I mean, will it be the same kind of materials that you use on another planetary surface?
This particular one is made out of fiberglass, and we have metal ribs. This module is insulated just like one would be on the surface of another world or in deep space.
Gotcha.
And we also have a certain amount of protection that we're doing from dust, which you would find on the surface of another planet.
So Scott, I mean, how would you power something like this on another planetary surface?
Yeah, so the unit that we have here is just using off the shelf. We have a generator going and things like that. Eventually, we'll be using both solar panels and fuel cells. But eventually, we're going to evolve into a more flight-like ECLSS system. The ECLSS system is the Environmental Life Support System, and that's the thing that provides the astronauts with air, keeps the temperature, the right temperature inside.
Let me ask another question. Let's talk about docking. I mean, how do people get in?
Yeah, so there's a couple of ways to get in. The major form of what we call egress or ingress is through the rovers, where the astronauts will dock their suits to the wall of the rover and climb through the back of the suit to get in and out. However, on the PEM, we have an airlock that's right here on the end where they climb up on the what we call the EVA porch, into the airlock, pressurize that airlock with air to get in and out.
Wow. Can you take us inside?
Absolutely. Let's go, Johnny.
Perfect. Oh, wow. Oh, this is cool. It's nice and cool in here.
Yeah, it's great.
So
yeah,
where are we right now?
So right now we're in the airlock,
Yeah.
and you can see there's a grill on the floor. This is part of our dust protection, where we have the crew come inside and they stomp off their feet. There will be an air shower.
Okay.
Also maybe a vacuum cleaner that they can kind of clean themselves off a little bit.
What's going on here? Can we go inside?
Yeah, sure. This is how we enter into the module right here. We go through here.
Yeah.
And we've got around the perimeter of the module is a series of workstations that we've been putting together. A lot of teams have done a lot of work on this.
Sure.
Over on the side here, this is the suit maintenance workstation,
Okay.
where we'll be able to bring the suits inside and work on it. You can see just to the side of that is the hatch. The hatch is where the rovers will dock, and they will be able to just pass right through and pass right on into the rover.
Very nice.
This is a general maintenance workstation. You can see there's a crane overhead where they can work on the equipment, bring that inside when they need to have a nice shirt sleeve environment for that.
Sure.
Here's the what we call the veggie unit, and it's a hydroponic garden that we're testing out how to grow plants in space. You can see it's kind of got a reddish tint.
Yeah.
It's the LED light is actually bringing out certain aspects of the plant just using that tint of light. Hopefully by the end of the mission, the astronauts will be able to have a little bit of lettuce with their food. Right next to that is the MedOps station. You can see there's a bed there that if someone is in trouble, they could relax onto that and have another crewman who happens to have that skill for medical can work on and take care of the health of the crew.